Is the construction of the wall between the Mexico-US border going to continue? Are Americans going to have a president active on social media once again? Or maybe should we say Truth Social? So what if, in 2024, Trump emerges as president again? What would that mean for America? Is this good or bad news? What is going to happen? Donald Trump is beginning to look more likely to win the election in 2024. Trump has a strong base, and Biden, on the other hand, seems to be losing the public's confidence as the day goes by. Donald Trump's time as America's president between 2016 to 2020 was marred with split opinions from citizens. From his Muslim immigrant policies and other controversial policies to impeachment issues initiated from his president with Ukraine's president, there was a lot of talking points between Trump's time as the US president. However, a comeback looms around the corner. With recent talks of Trump's clear indications of presidents, many people would wonder, what would it mean if he wins again? Today, we will discuss some of the controversial policies he made during his time in office, and what could happen if he returns to office in 2024. So sit back and enjoy some of the anticipations of the 2024 elections. Knowledge brings you the best in gifts and topics of your favorite news and discoveries, all you need to know. Before we dive into today's video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, also tap on the bell icon to turn on notifications for our channel. This way, you will be notified when we next upload a video such as this one. Now, without further ado, let's let the snow show begin. Firstly, let's talk about why we would think he would run again. Why do we think Trump would run for president in 2024? There are a few key reasons. Firstly, Trump has said he plans to run for president once again in 2024. He has even filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission indicating his intent. Secondly, Trump remains popular with many Americans, despite his controversial policies and rhetoric. A poll from January 2021 showed that 54% of Republicans would like to see him run for president again in 2024. Thirdly, Trump continues to have a large base of support among conservative voters and is seen as a leader of the Republican Party. This support is evident after his speech at the Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, in February 2021. He received cheers from the crowd when he hinted at running for president again in 2024. Let's now discuss what could happen if Trump wins in 2024. Knowing what America looked like under Trump's administration makes it easy to predict what might happen if he gets into the White House again. Although he might do some things differently this time, we are not sure what the changes or approaches this time will be. Here are the things we feel he might still take a strong stand on in 2024 if he wins. Donald Trump's ban on Muslim countries was one of his most controversial policies. The countries included in the travel ban were Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. The order also placed a 120-day suspension on refugees entering the United States. If Donald Trump were to win the 2024 presidential election, he would likely continue with some of the controversial policies he put in place during his first term as president. This policy includes a potential continuation of the ban on Muslim countries. Trump's reasoning for this ban was due to security concerns, and he would likely argue that these concerns are still valid if he were to win another term as president. Another policy that Trump may continue if he wins in 2014 is his stance on immigration. During his first term as president, he implemented hardline immigration policies, including a ban on travel from certain countries and building a wall between the United States and Mexico. Trump would likely maintain these stances if he were to win in 2014. Kim Jong-un may have been one of the most controversial aspects of his presidency. Critics argue that Trump's approach to North Korea was too personal and friendly, while supporters argue that Trump's diplomacy decreased tensions between the two countries. If Trump were to win in 2024, it is unclear what his approach to North Korea would be. However, he probably would have continued trying to build a relationship with Kim Jong-un. The importance of this issue is that it could potentially lead to a decrease in tensions between the two countries, which would benefit both nations. It is also possible that if Trump were to win in 2024, he would continue trying to build a relationship with Kim Jong-un, which would eventually result in peace between the two countries. It is hard to say what will happen regarding Trump and the Mexico walls in 2024. Trump may continue pushing for wall construction, but it is also possible that he may abandon the project altogether. The important thing to remember is whichever decision Trump makes on this issue, it could have a major impact on relations between the United States and Mexico. If Trump wins in 2024, he may continue his Cold War with China. This Cold War could involve continued tariffs, other economic penalties, and an escalation of the trade war. Additionally, Trump may use his position to pressure China into making more concessions on human rights and intellectual property theft. Alternatively, if Trump is no longer in office, the United States may take a more cooperative approach with China on these issues. Another way Trump tried to erase the footprint of the Chinese was through the ban on TikTok. The platform has become more popular since, and there have also been rumors of the Chinese government using the app to spy on American citizens. If Trump is re-elected, this ban may be expanded and applied to other popular apps like WeChat. These bans could be another way for the United States to distance itself from China. The effects of climate change are already being felt by humanity. In 2020, we saw a record number of natural disasters, costing over $300 billion in damages worldwide. Climate change is also responsible for displacement of millions of people. As extreme weather becomes more common, people are forced to leave their homes in search of safety. If we don't act now to mitigate the effects of climate change, the future looks bleak for our environment and humans. If Trump is elected in 2024, the United States will withdraw from important international agreements on climate change, which would have disastrous consequences for the environment and humanity. These agreements represent the best hope of mitigating the worst effects of climate change, and governments must uphold them. Nearly 200 countries signed the Paris Agreement on climate change in 2015. The agreement commits its signatories to take steps to limit the rise of global temperatures and help adapt to climate change. However, Trump is not a fan of the idea, calling it a bad deal for America. Following Biden's election into the presidency, America rejoined the climate change Paris Agreement in February 2021. The agreement was initially signed by Barack Obama, who served as the President of the United States from 2009 to 2017. However, Trump's presidency started in 2017, and he subsequently withdrew from the agreement in June 2017. The question of Iran is another topic we could see turn if Trump becomes president in 2024. Trump's stance on Iran is very clear. He doesn't like the country. He sees it as a threat to the world, which is why Trump withdrew from the 2015 Iran nuclear deal. The withdrawal from the agreement was controversial because it caused a rift between America and its allies. However, Trump claimed that there were flaws in the deal. He said that the agreement was one-sided and wanted to see a better deal, more inclusive of America and its allies. He also believed the deal didn't address Iran's other aggressive activities in the Middle East. During his time as president, Trump worked with other countries to impose sanctions on Iran. Donald Trump's call with the Ukrainian president brought sparks for his impeachment, which was one reason he failed to get re-elected. The phone call revealed Trump asking Zelensky to investigate Joe Biden and his son, Hunter. The US president was alleged to have asked Zelensky to do him a favor by finding out what happened with the investigation into Burisma, a Ukrainian energy company. Hunter Biden served on the board. By investigating the Bidens, Trump was also accused of asking for Ukraine's help for the 2020 election. Trump was charged with abusing power by pressuring a foreign government to help him with his re-election campaign. The importance of this event is that it led to Donald Trump's impeachment and, ultimately, his failure to be re-elected. This scenario has implications regarding how US presidents will be held accountable for their actions while in office. It also means that there could be more bipartisan cooperation in the future, as Democrats and Republicans voted to impeach Trump. But what would this mean if Trump were elected in 2024? According to Hillary Clinton, it could be the end of democracy as we know it. In a recent interview with CNN's Anderson Cooper, she noted that Trump would likely get rid of the filibuster and pack the Supreme Court if elected again. She said this would be so damaging to our democracy. Regardless of the assessment of rivals and opposition parties, the fact remains that Trump might have a strong chance of winning if he runs in 2014. But what are the odds of him winning? What do bookies say? According to SmartKits, in October 2021, Trump has a 20.41% chance of winning the election and returning to office. This percentage is just above Biden, who has an 18.87% chance. Note that SmartKits also predicted Biden's win in 2020. But why has Biden lost the support of the public over the last year? The coronavirus crisis, immigrant issues, and other factors have made the public lose confidence in the current administration. There's a chance that Trump could win in 2024, but his chances are not great. The bookies give him a 20% chance, just slightly above Biden's 18%. However, one must remember that these numbers can always change based on events between now and then. So that's all about our video on America's potential president in the 2024 elections. Are you backing Joe Biden for a second term and second chance? Or do you think we might be seeing another 4 years of Donald Trump in the White House? Please let us know in the comment section below. Also, if you have any topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comment section. We would love to hear from you. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon for more videos like this. We have a lot of content coming your way, so stay tuned. We'll see you in our next video. Bye!